Welcome back to the Ed Show. We may have seen President Obama at his best last night, but the GOP was at its worst. The behavior was despicable. They were on their BlackBerries while the president was speaking. And Democrats have done that in the past, but they backed off on it. They waved their flimsy do-nothing bills in the air. And then, of course, there was Joe Wilson heckling the President of the United States, calling him a liar. Now, we've seen this kind of behavior from right-wing nut jobs at tea parties around the country at town hall meetings, but members of Congress, don't you think they ought to have a little bit more respect for the moment and the issue? Let me bring in our panel on this tonight. Former Congressman from Colorado, Tom Tancredo, is with us tonight. Also, Karen Hanratty, Republican strategist, and Jack Rice, former CIA officer. I'll let you tee it up first, Mr. Tancredo. Can you endorse that kind of behavior when the President of the United States is speaking to the joint session of the Congress?
Such selective outrage. You must not have been watching, Ed, and I wouldn't be surprised, of course, but you must not have been watching when President Bush addressed the Congress on Social Security reform. And about halfway through, all of these Democrats started booing, hissing, chanting untrue. Nobody said squat about that. Now, because it wasn't just one Democrat, it was a whole bunch of them. And by the way, every time the President, I don't know about every time, but many times when I was on the floor of the House and Bush was speaking, somebody on the other side would respond. It's not necessarily with "you liar," but some guttural, oh, no, that happens all the time. Senator, it's not that amazing. And the thing is, he was right. Joe Wilson was right. The president is a liar.
He was right to do what he did. You would endorse that. Okay. Now,
yeah, sure.
Now, I have to tell you, I have been to, 4 State of the Union's address, and I know how there's cackling back and forth, one side or the other. There's cheering going on and everything else. But at no time did any Democrat ever use the L word on President Bush. And you know that, Tom. You know that.
All right.
They never called him a liar.
What do you call chanting untrue? Is that saying that's not saying liar?
No. The issue may be untrue, but to go after his character and call him a liar is over the top. Karen Hanratty, got to get your take on this.
Yeah, well, look, they may not have done it on the floor, but Harry Reid called George W. Bush a liar, and Barack Obama called Bill Clinton a liar. So, there's a lot of the L word going around right now. And let's not forget, Democrat Pete Stark called Blue Dog Democrats brain dead. And Nancy Pelosi called us un-American. And Harry Reid called us evil mongers. Would you like them to apologize as well?
Karen, we are talking about the President of the United States in a joint session of the Congress. You think it's apropos and you think it's okay for somebody to yell out the President's a liar?
I'll tell you what, I think it's rude what Joe Wilson did, but I'll tell you what, at least he had the nerve to do it to Obama's face, unlike Harry Reid, who called George W. Bush a liar behind his back, and Barack Obama, who told a reporter writing a book that Bill Clinton was a liar, and he didn't have the nerve to tell Bill Clinton he's a liar to his face.
Jack Rice, where do you come down on this issue tonight?
Oh, come on. This is absolutely repulsive. Let's figure out where the Republicans are. He represents what the Republicans are right now. Let's face it. They started out by saying, we're going to kill your parents, then we're going to abort your kids. Now, basically, it's the brown people's fault. That's going to be the latest argument. Let's see. What else do they have? Maybe they can say that, what we'll do is we're going to spit on the Bible, and then it's going to be gay people. I'm sure that's going to be the next attack. It's going to be something completely ridiculous. It's what we have been saying, and it's not a shock.
Tom Tancredo, would you admit that this was an orchestrated effort to discredit the president? There was material that was distributed amongst the Republicans. They came there with made-up, homemade signs questioning the president. They were rude. I mean, is this just going to be a free-for-all every time the president goes ahead and addresses the joint session?
Believe it or not, this is not that unusual action on the part of the people in the Congress. I've seen it before. I'm not saying it's great. I'm telling you it's not unusual. And the thing that annoys me about all this is the focus is on the decorum issue and not what he said. And what he said was true. The president is either a liar or he is stupid. And by the way, I don't think he's stupid. So, because there is absolutely nothing in that bill that will prevent illegal aliens from participating in the health care plan. That's where the focus should be.
That is absolutely wrong. Jack Rice, I'll let you respond to that.
Are you calling me a liar, Ed?
It's not an S-chip. It's not in Medicare. You know what? I will. I'll call you a liar because you know it's not true. Oh, please. If you say it vehemently, that doesn't make it correct.
But you are wrong.
It's a nice try.
It is most certainly.
I told you, it's the brown people's fault now, Ed. You see? It's coming.
Ed, read the CBO report. It's not me. The CBO says illegal aliens will be, under the bill that's on the House floor, will be able to participate. Now, that's not me. Are they all lying to you?
Able to participate to get coverage. They won't be turned away, but federal dollars are not going to be used to pay their bills, Tom. That is a fact, and the president is not a liar.
There is nothing in that bill that prevents illegal
aliens. Go ahead, Karen. You did it on.
President Obama may or may not have been lying about illegal immigrants. You know, the language is there. But I tell you one thing he was absolutely dishonest about is that his proposal is revenue neutral. There is nothing revenue neutral. They are going to have to raise taxes. They are.
Karen, come on now. You don't know that. Give the guy a chance to explain how we're going to pay for it.
$900 billion worth of saving by cutting waste, fraud, and abuse from Medicare. Man, if it's there on the table, you better go get it right now. You don't need to wait for a health report.
All right, the three of you got to come back for an hour show. This is too hot.
Children.
Great to have you with us today. We got to move on.